So let's see string data type. String data type is nothing but we can store the number and characters and symbol in it. So let's see in practical. It is the bifurcation based on the fixed length, variable length, Unicode, non-Unicode. There is a size as well and how much they are occupying the space in the database. So based on that, there is a classification. Let's see what is the fixed length and variable length. Fixed size, it means suppose you allocate string for the character as 100. So in the background, it will take 100 characters to store the str variable. And if we say there is a variable size it means varchar 100. So varchar will allow only 5 bytes in the memory because it is acquiring 5 bytes it is dependent on the data type means variable, that's why. And character it is the fixed one and variable is the variable size data type. And there is a unicode and non-unicode. Unicode, first of all there is a Hindi language, then there is a Urdu language, German, Japanese. So these characters are represented as a unicode. And there is a simple English language, then there is a non-unicode. It means we are storing as a India. This is the simple English language, correct? So we are using the non-unicode means character varchar or a varchar max. And if we have to store the unicode character, then we can use the nchar n varchar means there is a n n apostrophe before of the string. And one more thing, size. When we store the character data type for this, it will take 1 byte in the memory. But when we have to store the non-Unicode character, then at that time in the memory, it will allocate 2 bytes in the memory for one character. And there is a maximum capacity. Maximum capacity, it means how much character it will allow, correct? So character varchar, it will allow 8000 and varchar max allow 2 gigs. And in nchar and nvarchar it allow 4000 character and nvarchar max allow 2 gigs. Okay, let's see in the practical. Here I'm declaring the variable, but let's see. Here is the example. Here is the India, and there is a str1 and str1. And so select uh, data length. Data length is the function which give us the how much space allocate in the database, length, and function having the opening and closing braces. So yeah, it will give us the 100. Why? Because they are fixed allocate the uh, that 100 bytes in the memory. And if I am saying this number as a str1, then what that is the number 5 because it we are assigning 100 means we can max to max we are storing the 100 in that particular variable or a column. And right now I am assigning 5 characters string means India, and it allocates in the memory as a 5 bytes only, correct? I think hope you clear about this. And I'm creating the one database for practice. I will show you where that MDF, LDF file will log, and there is a options in database. So first of all, we will create it database, and on that database, I will create a one table. And first of all, I have to control X because database is created later. That's why new query. Huh. I'm creating the one table. Check character data type. correct? Table is created, and here is the ID of that particular column table, and here is the char 100, n char 100, varchar n varchar. And in the interview, interviewer may will ask you what is the difference between the char and n char, what is the difference between the char and varchar, and what is the difference between varchar and varchar max. These are the three differences interviewer may will ask. So I have a one mm, differentiation in there. Go on my blog and just see data types in SQL Server. So I mentioned all the differences in the one chart. Here is the chart. You will get complete list. Means there is a char, n char, varchar, n varchar, varchar max, n varchar max. So you can easily say to them, yeah, these are the variable length non-Unicode character data type. This is the fixed length, means there is a nothing variable in front of this string, correct? So it is the fixed length. This is the variable length. Then there is a char, it means non-Unicode, and uh, char means it is the Unicode. So you have to say in terms of that. There is a how much characters capacity, means there is a character it will allow 1 byte in the memory, and n yet it means there is a Unicode, correct? Unicode it means 2 bytes in the memory. So based on that you have to say this to interviewer. Okay. Then one more thing, I written a notes at here, means what is the difference between the char and varchar, then varchar and n varchar. So here is the difference between the varchar and varchar max. Performance wise it is the better one, means from the it is a tricky question uh, they will ask. Okay, so we have to compare the data length, correct? If I am executing it, first of all I have to insert the data in it, right? I am inserting a one row, correct? And I am checking the data type, sorry, data length of each data type. Means there is a 100, means character allocates 100, n char allow 200. It is a, if we have to store fixed length, there is a miss practical example of the characteristics, character data type. You have to save the phone number. At that time you can use the character data type, then otherwise no need. Because it is a waste of space, and there is a, it is the better one, means varchar uh, it allows only 5 characters in the memory, correct? And varchar max means up to the, means suppose you have to store the essay in the database, at that time you can use the varchar max. And suppose that essay contain the different Unicode characters like the Hindi or uh, Urdu language, then obviously you can use the n varchar max. I'm giving you the for Unicode characters. uh, yeah, here is the example, means आप कैसे हो, correct? So it will not showing you the correctly name, so you have to use the um, then it will give us the exact string. Why? Because there is a n is appended before of that. So it is the standard one and you have to use. Then that database allow, means n varchar, in the database it is accepting, means n varchar, but how to show? So at that time you have to use the n apostrophe, means n before of that particular string. It is it stands for the Unicode character. And next one is the text and ntext. When actually you have to store the large string in the database, at that time we can use the text and ntext. But Microsoft said you have to use the large string, or you have to store the large string. At that time you can use the varchar max. or a n varchar max instead of the text and ntext, because they will remove the support from this data type. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, share it, and please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Bye bye.